I don't really like how we dress up a lack of communication as low maintenance friendships. And again, this is not a shot at anybody that likes a low maintenance friendship. I'm not one of them, but good for you. Honestly, just believe a lot of people do not know how to communicate. And I just find it so hard to believe that people just normalize the essence of like not talking to people for a whole year and then coming back like everything is fine. I honestly do believe that anytime you are like out of contact with somebody, it is a very intentional thing. And it takes nothing to just send a text. A lot of people will be like, oh, have you ever been depressed? I have been depressed. I have went through those things. I don't want to minimize what you went through, but I've went through some things. I've also been that person that did not reach out to my friends when I went through those things and I lost my friends. And I think it's just so important for you to make sure that you are giving like this communication, whether it's just like a small like, hey, I'm going through a lot, or hey, I'm not being distant, life is lifing. Like, you really can't expect anybody to understand what you're going through if like you don't provide them with some type of clarity. And noted, like, some people do just fall flat off the face of the earth, and it's no hard feelings, it's just they're going through a rough time. I think I do pride myself on being a very understanding friend, so when people do come back and they reach out and they explain all those things to me, I think I am very open to having that conversation. However, for us to talk about like, oh, I just love my low maintenance friends, we'll go months on months without talking, then we'll come back and we'll talk again. Those are not my friends. I feel like we're acquaintances. People that I call my friends are people that I talk to on a regular basis. Now, noted, we are adults, so reality of being an adult is we might go a month without talking or 2 months without talking, and that is not like an intentionally like bad thing. We just are busy, right? We work for a living. Every day we get up and we have our priorities on our mind, and we just have to provide for ourselves. So like, no other human being is about to be my main focus unless I have a kid. I think at the end of the day, if I don't talk to you for 9 months on end and I see you posting on social media, or I see you operating in other capacities in other people's lives, I'm going to assume that we're just not that close anymore. And that's completely fine. I think people grow apart. But the fact that like we push this narrative of having low maintenance friendships is kind of crazy. I don't feel like people have low maintenance friendships. I just feel like people fall off.
Hey ladies, hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Miss Kafue if you're new to this channel. So today we'll be talking about a very controversial topic, low maintenance friendships. Are you the high maintenance friend or the low maintenance friend? Myself, I'd say I think it's about the balance. I'm in the middle. So in this video, you'll get to see why many people hate low maintenance friendships, me being included, and why some people also prefer low maintenance friends. You'll get to see different opinions of different people. So let's jump right in, and then I'll be back to give my take on this video.
Listen, stop letting people play in your face. There's a difference between a low maintenance friend and a person who just simply does not want to be your friend. For example, a low maintenance friend is a person who is flexible, understanding, doesn't guilt you because you're not available 24/7. But make no mistake, a low maintenance friend is very much so still a friend. And one thing about a friend knows that you exist. And just because y'all don't talk every day doesn't mean y'all don't ever communicate. They check in. A real friend lets you know that you crossed their mind. Make effort to catch up with you. A lot of people will claim to be a low maintenance friend because they don't want to be your friend. They don't want to be a friend to you. They don't want to be anything to you. Yet they'll claim to be a low maintenance friend because they benefit from having you as a friend, even though you don't benefit at all from having them as a friend. Because they're not a low maintenance friend. They're just simply not a friend. So beware of people who make no interest in you, who make no effort to check in on you, to see what you're doing, to catch up with you, make no effort to ever communicate with you. Because low maintenance is just low maintenance, not absence. People who want to be in your life are going to be intentional about being in your life. Period. Stop letting people who make no effort claim themselves to be your low maintenance friend. Because a lot of times people don't like you. They just like your attributes and they benefit from your attributes. If you got to wonder about them, question if they value the relationship that they have with you, there's probably no relationship. Because there's a difference between low maintenance and no maintenance.
So yes, my list of what I think we should leave in 2023. Number 1. Low maintenance friendships. I don't want to hear that rubbish on this app anymore. You're not a low maintenance friend. You're a bad friend. That's what I want to say here. I'm sorry. But I don't believe in this rubbish of low maintenance friends because some of you are low maintenance until it comes to a man. When it's the man, you'll be chasing him, writing him messages, calling him, all of that. But when it comes to your friend who has been there for you since the day, your day one, you're claiming to be low maintenance, You're not responding to her messages. You're not. Please, let's leave this rubbish. Let's leave it. Let's put effort into our friendships this year. The way you would message and call your man, use that same energy, and put into your friendships, because I hope that we do not carry these bad habits into 2024. This is the first day of the year, so I hope we left this last year. In fact, yesterday was the last day we mentioned this rubbish, okay? And if you have a friend like this who claims to be low maintenance, please drop them. Let them go and make friends with their fellow low maintenance friends, okay? Let them make friends with other low maintenance people. Honestly, this 2024, we are going to be intentional with our friends. We're going to, be friends with those who are actually friends with us. A balanced kind of friendship. That's what we're aiming for this year, okay?
Ditch the idea of low maintenance friendships. Now hear me out. This, in my opinion, gets twisted in so many ways, and it's just honestly a poor excuse for being lazy.
You're so busy when it comes to me now. You're so busy. Then I see you out partying, blah blah, ha ha ha, he, and all this, and you can't even call me.
Would you want your man to be low maintenance? No, right? And I think what women don't realize is our friends carry so much of our emotional baggage, sometimes even more than our men. And we just kind of expect them to just wait in the wings for us, to be understanding without communication.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Don't get me wrong, everyone goes through seasons. If you're in a down season, express that. Hey friend, I just want to let you know I'm not really doing well right now. I'm going to try my best to show up in our friendship, but I really don't know what that looks like in this season. Please pray for me. Or please think about me, whatever it is that you subscribe to. But just ghosting people, when you get your new man, you forget about the friend that has held you down. When you get your new job, you forget about the friend that has held you down. Whatever the glow up is, never forget the people that were in the mud with you, because those are really your people. And people love to hide behind the idea of low maintenance friendship. But what they really want is someone that's just complicit and okay with their trash behavior.
Some people are like, yeah, I'm a low maintenance friend. I leave my friends on scene. I don't ask about their feelings. We should never really argue. I don't have to go to their important event.
These aren't people that are going to be long haulers. Now don't get me wrong, you don't have to talk to your friend every day. You guys don't have to kiki on the phone for 6 hours. That is not an indicator of a great friendship. Having respect, compassion, empathy, and giving your friends space, communicating with them is the healthiest way to coexist. Don't give anything, time, energy, money, gifts, etc., if you're uncomfortable with the idea that you may not receive it back.
I was a little like damn.
We live in a world full of takers, and unfortunately so many people have blinders on and they're unable to see that they're takers. Like, everyone swears they're a giver, but most people are takers. Again, back to that 90-10. So as a giver myself, I had to learn that people are going to take, especially if I'm freely giving. So now I definitely have guardrails on what I give, how I give. It's just a different girl here.
Christine is gone.
You can't pour from an empty cup. So just make sure that you give to yourself first. And whatever you have left over, divvy that shit up.
Low maintenance friendships is just a sugar-coated way of saying acquaintances. And I know I might piss off a lot of people by saying this, but the truth of the matter is there are types of people that don't really value friendships as much as others. There are some type of people who would rather have low efforts and low maintenance friendships because they don't really want to put in that much work into their friends. They're more interested in romantic relationships and putting in the work within their family and romantic experiences. And I'm not saying that's like either good or bad, but this whole notion of only low maintenance friendships seem to only work is just another way of saying that you're giving up on friendships altogether. Is just another way of saying that you're not going to look for a good community, a good group of girls, or even one good friendship. I've gone through so many friendships in my life, friendship breakups to healthy friendships to toxic friendships, the works. And what I've honestly learned is that a lot of these female friendships expect you to put in a lot of effort, but do not want to put in that same effort back. A lot of these friendships that just don't seem to work is because you are miscategorizing your friends. Is because one party is putting in more effort in order to keep it balanced because the other person is dragging. I'm sorry, but low maintenance friendships, seem to work because it's superficial. It's surface level things. I just think it's such a cop-out because female friendships is so necessary for our health and our growth. And having a strong bond with a few friends, even if it's one or two, where you're there for each other through thick and thin, where you're there for each other for even the smallest little things, and you put in the efforts to keep up with each other. It doesn't have to be on a daily basis. But friends that reach out to me every few months, those are not my friends. Those are not my close friends. Those are acquaintances. And I'm not going to categorize them into a wrong category and then get my heart broken again. Like, come on. Find good friends and put effort into your friends. It's about building a community. It's about building a sisterhood. It's not about having a friend on retainer that you can reach out to whenever you're bored and lonely or whenever you need to gossip and talk about something. Like, I'm so tired of these transactional friendships. It's getting really, really, really ridiculous. Like, do better, you guys. Come on.
I want to talk about how I recently realized that low maintenance friendships for me was a trauma response. This year for me has been super difficult because I've been experiencing financial hardship after a job loss, right? Been looking for work for months and, having to like scale back on a lot of the things that I usually do or connecting with people that I usually connect with. And it was very isolating and it was just hard, right? And being fully transparent, there were moments where I felt unsupported and I wanted to point finger and I wanted to point blame due to, my ego and my sensitivity. I wanted to point fingers at everybody and just be like, I don't feel supported. Everybody knows what I'm going through or whatever. No one's checking in on me. No one's really like supporting me the way that I want to be supported. And all these needs and all these ways in which I want to be supported started to pop up. But I had never expressed that to anyone in my circle. And thankfully, I am not the type of person to project raw emotions onto people until I investigate it, until I sit through it, until I sort through it and really figure out what's going on. Thank God for therapy too. Because at the end of the day, my friends are amazing, right? Regardless of it being low maintenance, regardless of the fact that we might only see or speak to each other once a month, once every other month and all that type of stuff. And yeah, sure, we're all adults, should be happening or whatever the case may be. But I think I've grown to a space of wanting more connection because life is hard. Life is hard for many different reasons. It's hard and it's just like, not just financially, but emotionally, mentally, people dealing with relationship stuff, health, even, and I just feel like for me, taking the responsibility and accountability, I want to be more involved and I want to be more connected to the people in my life. I hate hearing about stuff in hindsight. Like, I've always been the type to just like, when I finally meet up with someone and be like, oh yeah, I've been good, I've just been dealing with this, that, and the third, this long list of things that I've been dealing with, and then hearing this long list of things they've been dealing with, but then we're saying, they're like, oh yeah, but we good now, everything's good, cheers. And that's just not, that ain't it for me no more. To me, it's just interesting that although I hate it, difficult times, painful times, definitely has wisdom attached to it. It's definitely an opportunity to grow, if you're looking at it a certain way, right? Because it could have went left. Anyway, it's probably going to be a little weird that I have not had this conversation with my friends yet. And this video may or may not pop up on their For You page before I have the chance to talk to them about it. But I just, should be hitting me and then I want to talk about it and then I just post it or whatever. But just know, y'all know how I am. Yeah, I'll keep y'all updated on this journey though.
There's no such thing as a low maintenance friendship because you guys are the same people that have a lot of energy to give to the useless men in your lives. Like, I'm talking, this guy does not contribute anything to your life, but he'll text you at 4 a.m. and you're ready to cancel your shift and hop on a 2-hour train to go and see him. But then you'll be like, a low maintenance friend. Like, no, low maintenance is insultive. It's insultive. I don't care. There's a difference between a friendship that really doesn't take a lot of effort to keep going and then low maintenance. Low maintenance means like you're on the back burner, okay? And I've been somebody's low maintenance friend and never ever again. When you need something, you come. When you want something done, you come to me, but you don't prioritize me as a friend. And you're calling it low maintenance friendship. Oh, yeah. But when you have boy problems, I become worth the maintenance and worth the effort. Madness.
This very controversial. Nobody's going to agree with me, but I don't give a Your best friend that you haven't spoken to in 6 months, a year, 2 years is not your best friend. Sorry. I know that's got your library in a bit of a twist. But do you know how much people change and develop in 6 months, a year, 2 years? Do you know how much can happen in that space? You essentially don't know them anymore. And don't get me wrong, you're still friends, distant friends, but you can't call someone your best friend, your sister, your closest person, and you don't even speak to them. Titles hold weight, you know. If you're gonna call someone your best friend, you need to be present in their lives. You need to be showing up for them. Would you call a man your boyfriend if he didn't speak to you for 6 months? Would you feel connected to him? Would you feel close to him? No. Even a family member, would you say that you're so close with your cousins, aunties, uncles that you never speak to and never see? No, you literally wouldn't. I honestly just feel like some women just don't care about friendships like that. Like they don't hold those relationships with the same weight that they would like a romantic relationship. But friendships need nurturing just like any other relationship. And even if you're in a relationship, you need real friendships outside of your partner. You need a life outside of your partner.
I get it. Low maintenance friendships. I get it. I have some. I understand. But what do you think is going to be the consequences of a growing cultural reverence for low maintenance friendships? Because I'll tell you, I'm in the friendship space. I study what the research has to say about women's communication, cooperation, and conflict. I'm in this space. And can I tell you what people are secretly telling me? People who are paying for private sessions, people who come into speaking engagements. There was a full house tonight for a panel that I did in New York City. Can I tell you what they're telling me? People are ready to express platonic desire. But all this chatter around low maintenance friendships being the standard has people second guessing their very natural inclination to pursue relationship with other people in a platonic capacity. It has them measuring their words, fearing their love is too great, holding back on wanting to initiate a hangout or a text for fear of looking like they're being high maintenance. You know, another context I often hear this, men talking about women. Is she a high maintenance chick? And I have other thoughts on that. I have some, theories on just that phrase in general and how it's being translated in the friendship space. I've just been having a lot of thoughts. I get low maintenance friendships. I think we're missing the caveat that shouldn't describe every kind of friendship. It should not describe your overall approach to friendship. If you have some relationships that feel like they don't require much and there's a sense of ease, I get it. But I often hear people use low maintenance friendships in a synonymous way with people who don't call you every day. But maintenance means energy required. Targeted efforts required to keep something going. Let's take that off the table, the whole talking to each other every day. Okay, take it off. My friendships require some kind of effort, maybe emotional effort. Maybe it requires me to be inconvenienced sometimes when they want to talk and I'm not feeling like talking, but they need me right now. Maybe my friendship requires me to show up after work when I'm tired, but this event's important to her, so I'm going to go. And before people come in the comments with, well, you need your mental health, but 100%. Mental health is important. Boundaries are important. That's always going to be an understood, unspoken baseline here. But as far as like responsibility, showing up, effort, the effort it might take to be vulnerable, the effort it might take to put things on the calendar to see you, the effort it might take to write myself reminders to ask you how that doctor appointment went. Targeted effort, intentional friendship. So my theory is that the loudest people of this conversation are people with avoidant attachment, the people leading this conversation on your algorithm about, I just need something chill. You've got people who are holding back on the love they have to give, the desire they have for more fulfilling friendships, for fear of looking like they're not being low maintenance enough. It's just a thought. I'm working through it, but I don't know.
So I just realized after watching a TikTok that I do not like low maintenance friendships. And that I myself, I am a high maintenance friend. Now that we are adults, everyone's excuse is life. Life be life and people be going through things, blah, blah, blah. Yes, I completely understand that. But out of the billions of people in this world, you choose who your friends are. So if I choose these 10 people that I am like, I would love to do life with you, and you do not reciprocate it the same way, that hurts my feelings. And also add on the layer that I am an only child. Solitude is where I find peace. It's where I find joy. It is like my baseline. I can go days by myself with my own thoughts. I can entertain myself, but I am choosing to be like, hey, I want to spend time with you. I want to do things with you. I want to explore life with you. And if I don't feel that in return, my feelings are hurt. Why don't you want to play with me? I just think that high maintenance friends get a bad rep because all we're really looking for is communication. I'm having a bad month. Okay, that's why I didn't hear from you. I wish you well. Do you need anything? I do not like low maintenance friendships.
I am so glad that she's talking about this, because let's get into it for real. First and foremost, let me just say, I feel like I used to be a very high maintenance friend. Like, I used to require like high maintenance in a friendship, but then I experienced some trauma in friendships, like not getting reciprocated energy or putting too much into the friendships because I was dealing with low maintenance friends. So then it just kind of became the norm to be low maintenance. And yes, I fell into the trap of just like getting into the trend. So yes, I started becoming low maintenance. Like, okay, like, no, you don't have to text me. No, you don't have to tell me that we're not going no more. No, you don't have to communicate. Like, no, we don't have to do everything together. But like, we're still friends. But where's the value in that friendship? Because when I think about it, the low maintenance friends, to be honest, they're the shitty ass friends. They are the shitty ass friends. I'm sorry, but they're the shitty ass friends because, like, I get it, you're low maintenance, but you don't communicate. You come around when, like, you support me when, you show up for me how, but it's low maintenance. So I don't know. I feel like we took low maintenance as like, you don't do nothing. Like, we're just breathing and we're friends. Like, you don't have to do anything to be my friend. We're just friends. And I feel like that's not me. Like, no, I have friendship requirements. Just like we got relationship requirements, I have friendship requirements, and my friends are required to act accordingly. Not on no control and stuff, but just like boundaries and like the company you keep. Like, I feel like you should have some type of control over that. And we pick our friends. Those are the people that we get to pick. So why, like, I'm gonna pick, obviously, good friends, but I lost my train of thought, to be honest. I just feel like the low maintenance friends are just really code word for bad friends, because at the end of the day, the low maintenance friends are probably the friends that support you the least, check up on you the least, come around the least, just like are probably non-existent, but like y'all are still friends somehow. So maybe like you guys get drinks like here and there, or maybe you guys like not even here and there, like maybe once a year, twice a year or whatever, but like that's low maintenance. So like, it's okay. But me personally, like, that's not okay. As a high maintenance friend in 2024, I'm going back to the high maintenance friend. So, baby, you better pay to play. No, I'm just kidding, y'all. You don't gotta pay to play. Like, it's not that type of party. But I'm just saying, going into 2024, I am bringing back that high maintenance friend because I need to value myself, and I don't need to accept low maintenance friendships because I feel like that's the only type of friendships I have to accept. That's like accepting a nigga that ain't shit just because you feel like that's the only nigga you can get. Like, what, me? I can have anybody. Like, be so for real. So that goes for friendships. Like, I'm not gonna pick low maintenance friendships just because like that's what's available. Like, I'd rather have no friends. I don't know, y'all like to be cool and buddy with everybody, and y'all sit up in everybody's face and call them your friend, but that's not me. So back to the high maintenance friendships, high maintenance friends. I'm going back to being the high maintenance friend because I just feel like I bring more value to friendships when I show up that way. Because when I'm being low maintenance, like, I feel like I'm being a bad friend. Like, to be honest, like, I honestly feel like I'm being a bad friend. Like, it gives me anxiety because I feel like, dang, like, oh, I'm not like checking up on my friend, or like, dang, like, it's been a minute since this, that, or third. But it's like, no, but like, that's the nature of our friendship, like, it goes like that. We might not talk for years, or like, not years, that's a stretch. I'm being dramatic, but you feel me. But like, me being the low maintenance friend or having low maintenance friends, I don't want to be too high maintenance. I always be self-conscious of being too high maintenance. And And I'm just like, is it a crime to just want support? Is it a crime to just want your friends to check up on you? You check up on your friends, or like you want to go places? Is it a crime to want my friends to want to celebrate my birthday? Is it a crime to want my friends to maybe throw me a party or get together? I don't know, like, where are those friends? Like, because like I'm so ready for that, because I have made myself small to get into these like friendships, and that's a stretch. It sounds a little dramatic, like, but chill, not too much on me. But like I made myself low maintenance to have low maintenance friends, you know, because like, you know, we need friends, like, yeah, we're humans, we need companionship, okay? But for real, I'm going back to being high maintenance. Because when I see the girlies and their friends and they're doing picnics, brunch, and they're going here, traveling this, that, and the third, those, ooh, I don't think those are the low maintenance friends. I feel like those are the high maintenance friends, because like you had to plan that trip, you know, everything that goes into it. Like low maintenance friends like can barely plan trips. The trips never make it out the group chat because you have low maintenance friends. Like, come on now. I don't know. So 2024, we're going back to high maintenance friends. And if you are low maintenance, I hope you find your low maintenance partner. But like, it's not me. It's not me. And my friends that I got right now, y'all, we go together real bad. So even if I go back to high maintenance, y'all already know how I am. So we still together. Don't worry about that. But this is just for future references, future people that want to be my friend, or future people that I want to be their friend. If you're not giving high maintenance friendship, like, we can't be together, okay? Because like, I'm not making myself small. I'm not making myself a low maintenance friend, because I want what I give. And I'm going to give a high maintenance friend, I'm going to give what I want. So I'm going to get what I want, you know? So let me know, are you a high maintenance friend or are you the low maintenance friend?
Y'all, I promise, I pinky swear that as you get older, only low maintenance friendships will survive. Like, I'm 29 years old, and I literally, by the way, look at this food. Look at this food. I just got it. It's chicken parm. If you're in Houston, Trattoria Sofia makes the best chicken parm. I said what I said and I stand by it. It's so good. Anyways, what I was saying was, I literally just texted one of my one of my best friends, and I was like, hey girl, what are you doing on June 1st? I literally just planned out hanging out with her 2.5 weeks in advance, because I'm so busy with work and I'm so busy with like my everyday life that I literally do not have time to hang out with her except for June 1st. And that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, as you get older, only low maintenance friendships will survive. Like, me and my childhood best friend have been friends since we were literally 12 years old. I'm 29 now, so we've been friends for almost 20 years. Actually longer than that. We've been friends since we were 10. So yeah, 19 years, almost 20 years we've been best friends. And this girl, I can go literally weeks, months without talking to her, and everything's still fine. Everything is still fine between the two of us, and we just pick up where we left off. And that's the reason that our friendship has survived, because we both understand that we're both busy, we have our own lives, we have a lot of things going on, and we just, you know, get lost in the sauce, and neither of us gets upset about the other one like forgetting to respond, you know, but because you're gonna call the other person back and you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, hey, I haven't talked to you in X amount of time, what's going on, let's catch up, let's see each other, you know. So that's exactly what I'm saying here, is like, if you are one of those people who's very codependent with their friends, I'm telling you that those friendships don't always last long. I am really telling you that from like personal experience. The only friendships that have lasted the test of time are literally my low maintenance friendships. Those are the only ones, because these girls understand that I'm busy, and I understand that they're busy, and we make time for each other, and we love each other all the same, even if we don't see each other all the time. So that's it. Anyways, look at this chicken parm. I'm so excited to eat this, and I got pesto pasta. So good. Anyways, love you guys. Y'all, I promise, I pinky swear that as you get older, only
I'm trying to tell the story without crying, but I just find it a little disturbing, the rise of telling people that they need to maintain low maintenance friendships, especially when we are confusing the definition of friendship with acquaintances. Because the reality is, community is necessary. We need community, we crave community, and I'm not saying that, you know, romantic relationships don't matter, familial relationships don't matter, but like those are relationships that participate in your community, but you need a communal circle to rally around you. I'm trying to tell the story without crying, so if I cry, it is what it is. I'm a Cancer. But when I was a kid, my parents got divorced when I was 5, or split when I was 5. It took them like 8 years to actually get divorced, but my parents split when I was 5. And when you go through a divorce and the division of assets and attorneys, you lose a lot of money. That's just keeping it a buck. And so between getting divorced, then the 2008 crash happened. My mom had to give up her company because she had a really terrible business partner. Things just kept unraveling in the worst way. And so we went from having a really lavish lifestyle, which, I'm blessed that I've experienced having everything and then having absolutely nothing. I think it's given me a good worldview. So anyways, long story short, my sister just walked in the house. So Christmas is coming around and there's nothing in the pot for gifts. And I swear, literally, it felt like every 5 minutes, one of my mom's friends was ringing the doorbell with a gift in hand and bringing foods. We would have Christmas dinner, gifts, computers, like anything you can think of that a child of that age would want and also need was being brought to the door by my mom's friends, because my mom has had relationships, some of them is like over 60 years. And those friends that were high maintenance friendships, people who genuinely took the time to get to know each other, love on each other, support each other during their highs and lows, check in with each other regularly, and develop a level of platonic intimacy, were the people that kept us afloat. And this idea that community and high maintenance friendships and quality friendships don't matter is really damaging, because if it wasn't for God and those genuine friendships of people who were there through thick and thin, who had our back through thick and thin, who prayed over us when we didn't have anything in the bank, like who paid the car note, paid the mortgage, paid uniforms, paid school tuition to make sure that we had access to quality resources so that way we can have the same opportunities as the people around us, I would not be here.
Amen, girl.
So this idea that these relationships don't matter and undermining them will contribute to your success is a lie. And I'm living testament that genuine friendship, those high maintenance friendships, not only will it carry you, but it'll also carry your children.
At this big age, let's normalize having low maintenance friendships. That means we don't get mad if you don't see your friends all the time. Like, some people are so entitled for your friendship and for your time. Like, you're my friend, so every weekend we need to do this, or we need to do this. And if you can't do that, like, hello, people are growing up now. Okay? Like, if I can't make it out, that's their word. Like, those are the type of friendships I value. And like, real friends, it doesn't matter how long you haven't seen each other. We're gonna still pick it up. When I see you, don't worry, we'll keep it up. You know what I'm saying?
Not everybody can have low maintenance friends. I have greatly offended people because I am the low maintenance friend. While you think I'm being standoffish, I'm over here hanging by a thread trying not to lose my shit. It was never about you, babe. I just get anxiety around people who I know are analyzing everything I do and seem to interpret my low maintenance behavior as a personal attack on them, when like that is just who I am at my core. I'm not a good texter. I'm not really paying attention to everything going on in everybody's life, even though I'm trying to keep up. But sometimes that comes off as like negligence and not being a good friend, when I think there just needs to be a conversation on, hey, you had expectations for me that I didn't know you had. These things are important to you. They're not important to me. But hey, now I know. Now that I'm in my 30s, I've found that I have very successful relationships with other low maintenance people, because we don't have to explain ourselves to each other, and we just get it. We get it. We're busy. We're adults now. We love each other. I might see you every 6 months if we're lucky, but that does not define our love in any way.
And another thing, for all the people coming for the people that prefer low maintenance friends, and like y'all just want an excuse to be a bad friend, I think I'm okay with that title at this point, because the stuff that y'all require in these friendships is getting a little too crazy. Like, there was this one girl literally made a video saying you should treat your friendships the way that you treat your relationship with your man. I'm sorry, I only got one husband, and I'm not treating my friend like my husband. That's crazy. Literally insane. And I get it. Some of y'all are like this. Y'all every second, every day. Like, I wake up in the morning, I'm calling my best friend. I go to sleep at night, I'm calling my best friend, tell him good night. I'm seeing you every Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and repeat. No, that's not me. That will never be me. I don't want it to be me. I don't want it to be my friends. And I was like, nah, that just means you're a bad friend. You want to put in low effort. I think I'm okay with that at this point because y'all be acting here wild. Like, my definition of a low maintenance friendship isn't I talk to you once or twice a year. No, that is not even a friendship. Not at all. The friendship that I'm talking about that's low maintenance is we ain't got to talk every day because we have jobs. Do you know how exhausted mentally I am by the time I get off every day? And my husband gets off later than me. So by the time I get back, that time frame of me being by myself, I'm trying to recharge real quick so I can have some energy to be this man's wife because I'm mentally checked out. And you expect me to have that same type of energy for more than one person? Like, low key, the way adulting is out here in these streets got me out here thinking, like, am I gonna be able to do this and have kids too? It's just too much. Y'all have crazy expectations for friends. I'm like, yes, if you need me at 3 o'clock in the morning, hit my line. I will answer every single time. Literally, just had that happen 2 weeks ago. And you know what? I was on the road driving across state to be there for my friend. It's not about, oh, I just don't want to put in no effort. I'm going to be there when you need me. Any accomplishment, big or small, I'm going to overhype you every single time. Birthday, Christmas, and just because you want to go on a vacation, yes. But this needs to be well thought out and planned because we got big girl jobs. We got lives, mortgages, and husbands and wives. Like, I'm sorry, y'all a little delusional with this. Oh, you need to be treating your friendship the way you treat your relationship. I'm not doing that. First of all, do you know how much? I'll be convinced that some of y'all that be saying this is single. Do you know how much energy goes to maintaining a marriage? Who got the energy to do that with multiple people? That's why polygamy is not something that's successful because it takes so much time and energy. I'm sorry. If being and wanting low maintenance friendship makes me a bad friend, I accept the title. I'm cool with that. Me and my best friends know how we rock and we will ride for each other each and every time, but that's it.
Are you an afterthought friend? Well, this girl commented on my video that I posted about, like, you know, low maintenance friends and things like this. And she basically said that she sees herself as an afterthought friend and, you know, she's not high maintenance or anything, but, you know, it would feel nice to be more involved. And honestly, all I have to say to that is, girl, stand up. First, I just want to start by saying this. If you have like a group of friends and you guys are all friends collectively, just know that there are individual friendships and relationships within that group of friends. So, and there is always going to be a subgroup of friends that just has a tighter bond. That's just the case. It's a fact, okay? Don't look it up. I don't know where it's a fact, but it's a fact, okay? Now, if you're in a friend group and, you know, plans are being made and you're not really involved in that process, but, you know, they're letting you know, hey, we're going out, and they're letting you know maybe like a day before or within the same day, girl, you're definitely an afterthought friend. And for me, I feel like that afterthought friend should just not exist. Like, I shouldn't be there just because you want to feel better about yourself or you want to make me feel good. Like, you're not making me feel good by inviting me. Like, okay, I don't need to go if that's the case, because clearly you don't want me there. All I'm trying to say is, if you feel like you're an afterthought friend, you need to find new friends, because there's no such thing as an afterthought friend.
Hi ladies, so I'm back to give my take on this video. So do you agree with me that a true friend will be very intentional? Like, do you agree with me that true friendship is all about targeted effort? Like, you have to be very intentional. So if a person is ignoring you, if a person is not talking to you, they are being intentional about it. Like, I want you to know that everything happens with intention. Like, people do things out of intention. If someone doesn't want to call you, it's because he or she does not intend to call you. If someone doesn't want to show up for you during this and this, it's because he or she does not want to show up for you during these moments. So the moment you start feeling like you're doing too much in a friendship, you probably are. Like, the moment you start questioning everything, the moment you start like that, the moment you start questioning yourself, like the moment you feel like you're doing too much, you are. I won't even say you probably are, you are. There's this song that says, friends wanna be friends when you're doing the most, from Lil Skies. And he's absolutely right. Like, friends only want to be friends nowadays when it's you who's doing the most for them. Like, think about it. It's so true. Like, it relates to this day and age friendship. Like, I think you should live where your energy isn't reciprocated. Like, if you feel your energy isn't being returned, it's time to leave and start treating these friends like men. Like, the way you exert so much attention, so much energy into a man who does nothing for you, start exerting the same energy to your friends. Like, and the saddest thing is that these low maintenance friends, personally, I'm not a low maintenance friend. Like, I think high maintenance doesn't mean like that I'm supposed to talk to you every day. I'm supposed to call you each and every day, tell you good night, tell you good morning, tell you have you had lunch, tell you what I did for the day. I think that's not high maintenance. I think that's overdoing it. I think you have to have a balance. I think what works for you too. Like, personally, I can go a week without talking to my friend, and it's not a big deal because, like, we're in two different countries, we are in two different time zones. Even if we were in the same time zone, like, I don't see why we should be talking all the time. Like, we can talk even once a week, but is the talk really genuine? Is the talk really meaningful? I think that's what should happen. And I think a friendship is like a relationship. There are rules. Like, if you feel this and this is comfortable, there are people who talk every day, and that's okay. Like, that works for them. There are people who talk once a week, it's okay, but that works for them. But I think it's crazy to say that you'll only talk to your friend once a year, once in 6 months, once in 2 months. Like, I think that's far fetched. 2 months is a little bit is a lot of time if this is really, really, really your friend. Like, do you know how much can happen in 2 months? A lot, a lot. So if you ever feel like you're struggling to talk to someone, they're not returning the same energy, you are like, it's time to find new friends. And I'd rather, the same rule applies to friends. Like, you'd rather have no friend than the wrong friend. The same way we said the same way we said you'd rather have no man than have the wrong man. So I don't think low maintenance friends are low maintenance friends. They're just bad friends, to be honest. And I disagree with the lady who says that only low maintenance friendships will survive to adulthood, will survive through adulthood. Oh my god, I don't know why I'm making so many mistakes today. But bear with me. I'm human. Anyway, so I disagree with her because, like, what do you mean only low maintenance friendships will make it through adulthood? I think what she means is, like, only friendships whereby you don't overdo it will survive. I think that's what she means. I don't think that has to be labeled as either low or high maintenance friendship. Because how can you tell me, like, only the friendships whereby you talk to your friends once a year or 6 months in a year or do little to nothing in that friendship will survive? She's absolutely wrong. I think the friendships that survive through adulthood are the friendships whereby you have this very solid agreement between both of you, and you're in tune, your energies are in tune, you're on the same vibration, you're adding value to your friend. That's another thing. Like, I think those are the only friendships that survive. The friendships whereby they are not the friends who are not jealous, the friends who encourage you, the friends who are there for you. It might not be they're there for you every day. It's not a must for them to be there for you like every season. Like, people have their own way of doing their own things, just like in every other relationship. Like, you hear people say, "Oh, this works for us. As we are in this and this relationship, it works for us." And another person says, "No, that cannot work for me. Me and my partner are in this and this relationship, and it works for us." I think it's the same logic. And if you are observant, you'll realize the friends who put a lot of energy in their men are the same friends who will dog you out. So let me tell you something. There's in college, okay, in university, there was this girl we used to be friends with. And this girl, we used to, like, be really close. Like, there's nothing we will need to do together. Like, you see that type of friendship whereby you even live together and you don't, like, argue. We were those types of friends who will travel together, who will do everything together. Like, who I felt like she was really genuine with me. Like, that's the type of friend. And then she met this man. This man was a politician. So you can guess what happened. So she started seeing herself as this high class girl now. We would even go out and she's like, I don't take those cheap drinks anymore. And then we would tell her, then buy for us some drinks then. If you don't take these cheap drinks, and then she will claim she doesn't have money. And then we were like, okay, so this girl has the same credit problems like all of us. So what's the hype about? And then anyway, fast forward, our friendship really deteriorated. Like she will just throw a lot of subliminals because okay, she was comparing like okay, your man is not like my man. Like she will throw those kind of subliminals. Okay, look at who you're dating. Like okay, who are you dating? My man is a politician. Like you need to upgrade. Like, and the whole time we were all friends. Like we were all friends. Me, my ex, and her. Like we were all friends. So I wasn't getting what it is like. If you actually got lucky to get with a guy who's in a higher status in society, then I think you should use that opportunity to for the better of yourself and at some point even to better your friends. I think that's what it's supposed to be. And it's not you should not just hate on them because okay, today you woke up, you met this rich man, now you're hating on them, you're looking down on them, you're making them feel inferior every time. Like, I don't think that's right. So she started behaving like that. And by the way, I don't think I've ever been patient with someone else the way I've been patient with this girl. Oh my God, I was so patient. I was so patient. So fast forward, they move in, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we finish university, so everyone goes their own way. But we still keep in contact. Like at this point, we talk in like once in a month or once in 2 months or sometimes even for days and then silence. Like it's inconsistent. So fast forward, this guy really becomes hostile. He starts abusing her, blah, blah, blah. And at this point in our relationship, that's when this girl starts reaching out. So she starts calling me nonstop, 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 nonstop. Like she throws all this emotional baggage on me. Like the only thing we will bond about was her problems. And that really infuriated me because when it was my time, she never gave me the same energy. She never gave me the same energy. And that's what it really does. Like most of these friends who like are very like low maintenance are also the shittiest friends we'll ever have. Like really low maintenance. Like low maintenance also stands for no maintenance. Like this person doesn't want to put anything into the relationship or the friendship. A friendship is like a relationship at the end of the day. And yes, these are the types of women who will also go into these relationships, dog out their friends, forget their friends, abandon those people they've been in a mud with. Then when things go wrong, they'll come running back to you, seeking for your help. Like all this time, they're coming running back to you. You've not invested anything in the friendship for the last 2 years. So where do you expect me to get the energy to invest in you? Like I think at some point, friendships are supposed to be transactional in that way, like transactional in the form of energy. Like you can't just come back running to me, and you've not invested in me. You've not even been there for me. You've not even known how I'm doing. Like you're just coming back to me, dumping all this emotional baggage on me. Mind you, this is the same dude that you let destroy our friendship. You let destroy even your view of your friends. So yeah, those kind of friendships are at some point they're very traumatic because it's like they're adding no value, and it's like the only thing you bond about are their problems. But when it's your time, it's never the same energy. Like it's always so annoying, and that's why some people even ghost their own friends. But I think there should be a balance between high maintenance and low maintenance. Like there should be a balance because at the end of the day, we are adults. And these low maintenance friends are the ones who always claim, oh, I'm busy, I'm an adult. Everyone is busy, lady. Everyone is busy. Like, come on, everyone is busy. Stop making it all about you. We are all busy at the end of the day. So how the heck do I find time to talk to you? Like we don't have to talk. We can also text. Like people be making so many excuses, and never forget that people always have their phones with them. People always have their phones with them. So there's no excuse of I didn't see your call, I didn't see your text, I haven't had time to reply. There's no excuse like that. And most people are takers and not givers. Like be very careful. Don't be the type of friend who only gives to a person who's a taker. Like most of these friends, even those who dump the emotional baggage on you, those are takers because they take your good energy. They drain you. Now all you think about are their problems, if they're okay. Because at the end of the day, you care about these friends. You're who you are. Like you're a good person. You have to care. Like you don't have to care, but you find yourself caring about them. I think having a strong bond, building your female friendships is very important. Like people forget that friendships need real nurturing, just like any other relationship. Like you need a life outside your partner at the end of the day. Like your only friend and your only person cannot be your partner. Like you need sisters outside your partner. You need people who are there for you outside your partner. Like, low maintenance friendship also has another catastrophic like disadvantage because like low maintenance friendship being the standard will have you questioning or limiting your own natural inclination to like project a lot of energy to these friendships. Like will have you questioning yourself, am I doing too much? Should I stop? Like let me limit myself. No, I'm doing too much. Like it will help you thinking like that. And that's the saddest part at the end of the day. That's why people nowadays literally don't care about others. People nowadays, you can see people going for a girls trip and ending up killing each other. Like that's why you see these types of things. And another thing I agree with the video is that when you have low maintenance friends, you'll never go anywhere. Like you'll never plan something and for it to work out. Like nothing will ever make it out the group chat. I don't even know how guys nowadays have many friends to the point of having a group chat. I've never, by the way, I don't think I've ever had a friendship that's not duo. Like I don't know, but anyway. I think people are so weird nowadays. Like you can't trust people. You can think you're all friends and maybe they're all talking about you. I don't know, but women are like that. So I think friendships need targeted effort. Like we should nurture our friendships. So ladies, I think I've come to the end of this video. If you watched until this point, please subscribe to this channel. I hope you subscribe to this channel. And please leave your thoughts down below so that we can have a very important conversation about this. Today I thought of doing this topic because I'm sure most of us are dealing with shitty friends. Like the world has come to what it has come to. Anyway, without further ado, let me stop rambling too much and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Until then, please stay pretty, stay cute, take care of yourself. Do something nice for yourself, put yourself first, and I'll see you in the next video. Mwah.